Scroll the search results page for luxury lifestyle, supercars on cobblestone, champagne towers at golden hour, infinity pools that dissolve into the ocean. The algorithm has decided that this is what wealth looks like. It is not. What you are watching is a marketing operation, funded by the ad revenue your attention generates, dressed as a life. The actual wealth never appears in the shot, and the distance between the image and the architecture is precisely what this video is about. The illusion. What the search results don't show. The average luxury car lease in the United States runs between $1,200 and $2,400 per month. The average luxury car owner keeps the vehicle for just under 4 years before upgrading. That is a cash bleed of roughly $90,000 per cycle, before insurance, before maintenance, before the depreciation that accelerates the moment it leaves the lot. Now track the same capital through a different channel. $90,000 invested at an 8% compound rate becomes $190,000 in 10 years. At 16 years, it crosses $300,000. Over a 30-year working life, one car cycle deferred compounds into more than $900,000. The supercar in the thumbnail did not make that person wealthy. It is making someone else wealthy. The finance arm of the manufacturer, the leasing company, the dealership network. The car is an income stream for them and a capital drain for the person in the driver's seat. This is the fundamental inversion the luxury lifestyle genre never shows you. What looks like arrival is often the beginning of the exit. The architecture. What the genuinely wealthy build instead. If you walk through the zip codes where capital has been held across generations, not the gated communities built to signal wealth, but the neighborhoods where net worth compounds quietly, the first thing you notice is how little you notice. Driveways with one car instead of 4, homes that are well maintained but unremarkable from the street, landscaping that is practical, not performative. You are looking at the physical expression of a financial architecture that prioritizes sovereignty over signaling. I call this the invisible capital stack. It has 3 layers. Layer 1, the cash fortress. Liquid capital held outside of market exposure. Treasury instruments, high-yield savings distributed across multiple institutions, short-duration municipal bonds. Its purpose is not return. Its purpose is durability. It answers a single question: how long can you operate with zero income? Most people who look wealthy cannot answer that question past 60 days. The genuinely wealthy measure the answer in years. Layer 2, the silent compounders. Broad market index exposure, tax-advantaged retirement architecture, ownership stakes in operating businesses, not stocks you trade, but businesses you own, or funds that behave like owners. The defining variable here is time horizon. The silent compounders do not need to be watched. They compound precisely because no one is touching them. Layer 3, the sovereign waterfall. This layer entails rental properties under professional management, dividend-producing equities and funds, royalties from intellectual property, books, digital products, licensed content. These are the income engines, and together they produce the sovereign waterfall, the cascade of cash that flows downward through the stack, from the engines into the silent compounders, from the compounders into the cash fortress, replenishing the base faster than lifestyle can drain it. When the waterfall covers expenses plus reinvestment, you are no longer trading time for money. You are trading architecture for time. That is the blueprint, 3 layers. None of them are visible from the street. The math, 2 paths, same income. 2 30-year-olds, same $200,000 income, same starting point. Completely divergent outcomes. Path A, the visible path. Leased BMW. Financed furniture. The apartment in the building with a rooftop pool. Lifestyle costs $195,000. Savings rate near zero. The architecture is earn, spend, repeat. At 45, this person looks successful and feels trapped. At 55, they are still working. Not because they want to, but because they have no other option. Path B, the invisible path. Same income. Drives a 6-year-old vehicle purchased in cash. Lives in a unit that costs $2,000 less per month than Path A. Savings rate, 25%. At 35, that is roughly $150,000 in the cash fortress. and $200,000 in the silent compounders. At 45, the compounders have crossed $700,000. The sovereign waterfall has begun to flow. Dividend income, interest distributions, small business proceeds. The architecture is beginning to finance the life instead of the other way around. Same income, same decade. One architecture produces a photograph, the other produces a fortress. The difference was never the amount of money. It was the direction it flowed, outward towards signaling or inward towards sovereignty. The 4 principles. If you are building the invisible path, 4 principles govern the architecture. Principle 1, lifestyle lag. Your spending should trail your wealth by 3 to 5 years. When your net worth reaches $500,000, live like you have $250,000. When it crosses $2 million, live like you have $1. The gap between those two numbers is your compounding engine. Most people do the reverse. They spend ahead of their wealth, financing the gap with debt. Principle 2, visibility is a tax. Every dollar spent on signaling is a dollar removed from the compounder. But it is worse than that. It is a dollar removed from the compounder, plus the future dollars that dollar would have generated. A $100,000 car at 30 is not a $100,000 decision. It is a $900,000 decision over 30 years. Calculate the opportunity cost before you calculate the monthly payment. Principle 3, own the income, do not rent the image. The defining characteristic of the genuinely wealthy is not how much they earn. It is how much of their income they own, generated by assets they control rather than hours they trade. Rental properties, operating businesses, dividend portfolios, royalty streams. The goal is not a high salary. The goal is a low salary and a high ownership income. Principle 4, the exit number. Calculate your sovereign waterfall threshold, the point where passive income covers core expenses. That number is your exit. Every financial decision either moves you closer to that number or further from it. The luxury lifestyle they show you almost always moves you further. The architecture moves you closer. The counter-argument. Someone will say, this sounds like depriving yourself for 40 years so you can be rich when you're too old to enjoy it. That argument misunderstands the architecture. The sovereign waterfall does not require 4 decades. With a 25% savings rate and a disciplined stack, the waterfall begins to flow inside 12 to 15 years. By year 20, it covers the essentials. By year 25, it covers the life. And here is what the objection misses entirely. The feeling of sovereignty arrives long before the waterfall does. The moment you have a 6-month cash fortress, your relationship with your employer changes. The moment you hold 2 years of expenses in treasury instruments, your relationship with the economy changes. You stop being a passenger in your own financial life. That shift from dependency to sovereignty happens at layer 1, not layer 3. It does not take a lifetime. It takes a decision and roughly 2 years of disciplined execution. The luxury lifestyle results page shows you a reward without an architecture, which means what it is actually showing you is a fantasy. Wealth that you can see is wealth that is leaving. Wealth that stays is invisible. That is not a sacrifice. It is a filter. It separates the image from the architecture, the performer from the builder, the photograph from the fortress. The search results page will not tell you this. The algorithm will not either. But the math does not care what the algorithm thinks. Build the fortress. Let the rest of the world chase the photograph. If you are building the invisible path, subscribe. We release one architecture blueprint every week.